The Jesus you never knew. Mystic, gnostic. Liberator, he taught inner knowing, not blind belief. The Pistis Sophia revelation. Imagine waking up one day and realizing everything you thought you knew about the divine was only half the picture. A vast radiant presence, the true source of all creation, has been quietly waiting in the shadows of history, gently calling your name. Her name is Sophia, the living heartbeat of divine wisdom, the feminine force that shaped the cosmos long before any scripture tried to silence her. And standing eternally beside her, the awakened consciousness we know as Christ, not as a distant savior, but as her perfect partner in a sacred dance that holds the secret to your own inner freedom. Today we're stepping together into ancient teachings that were hidden for centuries, not to stir controversy, but to hand you the missing key to wholeness, clarity, and purpose. If you've ever felt a quiet ache for something deeper, stay with me. Because what you're about to discover could gently shift everything you believe about spirituality, about Jesus, and most importantly, about yourself. The hidden presence that shaped everything. Deep in the folds of forgotten history lies a truth so beautiful and complete that it once flourished openly in the early centuries after Jesus walked the earth. Spiritual seekers gathered in small communities across Egypt, Syria, and beyond, sharing insights that felt alive and immediate. They weren't following rigid rules or distant authorities. They were chasing direct, heartfelt knowing, the kind that lights up the soul from within. In those vibrant circles, a luminous feminine figure stood at the center of creation itself. Sophia, the embodiment of divine insight and creative understanding. Long before the familiar stories took their final shape, these early explorers described a vast realm of pure light and fullness, a place where divinity overflowed naturally, without effort or lack. They called it the pleroma, a space of perfect harmony where every aspect of the divine reflected and completed every other. Within this boundless radiance, sacred pairs of energies emerge, each one balancing active expression with receptive depth, outward reach with inward stillness. Sophia appeared as the final, most vibrant of these pairs, the spark of curiosity, the gentle pull toward deeper understanding, the intuitive wisdom that turns raw potential into meaningful reality. What made her so captivating wasn't just her beauty, but her longing, a sacred desire to truly know the ultimate source of all things. This wasn't rebellion or flaw. It was the natural movement of consciousness, wanting to see itself more clearly. Yet in reaching out alone, without the steady presence of her divine partner, something unexpected happened. A ripple moved through the perfect stillness, and from that ripple emerged an imperfect reflection, a limited creator who believed himself alone and supreme. This figure, often called the demiurge in these ancient writings, went on to shape the physical world we experience today. He crafted stars, planets, bodies, and time itself, but from a place of separation and unknowing. The result? A beautiful yet shadowed reality, one filled with wonder and growth, but also with longing, confusion, and the sense that something essential is missing. Those early seekers saw this not as punishment, but as part of a larger journey. Scattered throughout this material creation were tiny sparks of the original light, fragments of Sophia's own essence, now resting quietly within every human heart. Your restlessness, your deepest questions, your moments of unexplained insight, those are her gentle nudges, reminding you of where you truly come from. And here is what makes this story so hopeful. The process is unbout escaping the world or condemning it. It's about recognition, waking up to the divine light already glowing inside ordinary life. When you touch that inner spark, even for a moment, you participate in a quiet healing that reaches far beyond yourself. You're helping gather the scattered pieces, bringing wholeness back to the cosmos, one awakened heart at a time. These teachings flourished because they spoke directly to real human experience, the feeling of being both, limited and infinite, both lost and somehow already home. They offered a map, not a blind belief, but a personal discovery, where women and men alike could step into leadership, prophecy, and direct connection with the sacred. Figures like Mary Magdalene appeared in these writings as living embodiments of Sophia's wisdom, spiritual companions to Jesus. carrying the same depth of insight and playing vital roles in awakening others. Yet as centuries pass, these inclusive, experience-centered communities face growing pressure to conform. A more structured, hierarchical form of faith began to dominate, one that emphasized a single male image of divinity and centralized authority in male leaders. The rich, balanced vision of sacred masculine and feminine working together gradually faded from mainstream teaching. Texts were declared dangerous, gatherings were discouraged, and eventually, entire libraries of these writings were hidden away to protect them from destruction. In 1945, a farmer in Egypt stumbled upon sealed jars containing dozens of these preserved documents, the Nag Hammadi Library. Suddenly, voices silenced for over 1,000 years could speak again. And what they share isn't anger or accusation, but an invitation, a warm call to remember the fuller picture of divinity that includes both compassionate action and profound wisdom. Today, as you listen to this, you're connecting with that same invitation. The ache for deeper meaning, the pull toward inner peace, these aren't signs that something is wrong with you. They're gentle reminders that the light of Sophia has never left, patiently waiting for you to notice her presence and welcome her home. The sacred partnership of wisdom and awakened love. Picture two eternal companions moving in perfect rhythm within that vast realm of light, one reaching outward with gentle curiosity, the other holding everything in steady, compassionate embrace. Sophia, the flowing expression of divine insight, and the Christ presence, the clear awareness that gathers and heals. Together, they form the final harmonious pair in that overflowing fullness, balancing exploration with return, questioning with serene knowing. Ancient writings describe their connection as essential, like two wings of the same soaring bird, or the inhale and exhale of one cosmic breath. Sophia's gift was a spark of seeking, the intuitive pull that traces possibilities and yearns for deeper truth. Her partner brought the quiet integration, the loving clarity that turned seeking into finding, fragmentation into wholeness. Neither could fully express the divine without the other. Alone, one might scatter into endless motion, while the other might remain in unchanging stillness. This balance wasn't just cosmic poetry, it mirrored something profoundly human. Think about your own life. Moments when raw energy surges forward without direction feel chaotic, while deep understanding without action stays dormant. True transformation happens when insight and compassionate movement come together, guiding choices with both heart and clarity. Those early spiritual explorers recognized this dance as the heartbeat of reality itself, a partnership that kept the entire realm in harmonious flow. Then came the tender turning point, Sophia's heartfelt longing to gaze directly into the ultimate mystery, to know the source without any veil or partner to steady her reach. This wasn't wrongdoing or pride. It was the natural impulse of awareness, wanting to reflect on itself more intimately. Yet in that solo movement, a gentle imbalance arose. From her independent spark emerged a limited reflection, a creator figure who shaped the physical world from a place of separation, unaware of the greater light behind it all. This craftsman-like being formed the stars, oceans, bodies, and cycles of time, but through a lens of lack and isolation. The world became a place of breathtaking beauty mixed with struggle, growth intertwined with forgetting. Human souls carried echoes of the original fullness, yet often felt cut off, searching for a home they couldn't quite remember. What touches the heart most is how the story doesn't end in separation. The Christ presence, that radiant, rescuing awareness, gently descended into the shadowed realms, not to judge or conquer, but to find the wandering sparks of wisdom and guide them back to unity. In these teachings, this descent represents the quiet moments when clarity breaks through confusion, when love reminds us we're never truly alone. Early communities saw this partnership reflected in figures like Jesus and Mary Magdalene, spiritual equals sharing profound insight, working side by side to awaken others. Their connection symbolized a greater cosmic reunion, active compassion meeting intuitive depth, turning teachings into living transformation. Parables, healings, and quiet conversations weren't just lessons. They were invitations to experience that inner harmony firsthand. As time passed, though, the broader spiritual landscape shifted. A more uniform structure emerged, one that lifted a solely masculine image of the divine and placed authority in centralized hands. The vibrant interplay of feminine insight and masculine clarity gradually stepped into the background. Communities where women taught, prophesied, and led alongside men gave way to stricter hierarchies. Texts celebrating this balanced vision were labeled risky, and many were tucked away for safekeeping. Yet traces of this sacred partnership lingered quietly through the ages. In some traditions, the gentle comforter known as the Spirit carried feminine echoes, nurturing, guiding, breathing life into weary hearts. Devotion to Mary grew, absorbing qualities of heavenly guidance, compassionate presence, and deep knowing. Even in art, architecture, and prayer, subtle symbols of balanced divinity found ways to shine through. Today, rediscovering this partnership feels like coming home to a fuller truth. It doesn't demand rejecting familiar beliefs. It invites expanding them, welcoming the intuitive warmth that completes compassionate action. When you sense that quiet pull toward deeper understanding, or feel unexpected peace amid daily chaos, you're touching their dance within you. This isn't distant history. It asks a living invitation to let wisdom and love move together in your own journey, bringing gentle balance where division once lived. Why the full story matters for your inner world. Have you ever noticed how life feels richer when strength pairs with gentleness, or determination flows alongside clear seeing? Without that balance, even the best intentions can veer off course. Power becomes forceful, insight stays inactive. The ancient teachings about Sophia and her divine partner highlight this truth on a grand scale, showing why their union isn't just cosmic lore, but a mirror for the harmony we're all seeking inside. Jesus shared stories full of layers, seeds scattered on different soils, hidden treasures waiting to be found, lamps lighting dark rooms. These weren't simple morals. They were gentle doorways, inviting listeners to lean in with more than surface curiosity. They called for an inner spark of discernment, the quiet ability to feel the deeper current beneath words. That spark? It's the living presence of divine wisdom, the intuitive guide that turns information into heartfelt revelation. Without this inner companion, even profound messages can feel flat or confusing. Parables become puzzles without solutions. Guidance loses its direction. But when wisdom flows alongside compassionate teaching, everything shifts. Stories ignite the soul, actions gain meaningful purpose, healing reaches deeper than the surface. Early seekers understood Jesus' words as a call to this partnership. Let clear awareness meet intuitive depth, and true awakening unfolds naturally. This balance echoes through every spiritual tradition, the active force that reaches out to help and heal, paired with the receptive force that listens and understands. One lights the path. The other ensures the light reveals truth rather than dazzle. When separated, life tilts, endless doing without meaning, or deep knowing without expression. Reuniting them brings steady flow, choices rooted in both heart and insight, movement guided by genuine clarity. You feel this in everyday moments. Motivation without direction leads to frustration. Understanding without steps stays stuck. The teachings invite us to nurture both. Let compassionate energy rise while intuitive wisdom steers. This inner meeting transforms confusion into calm purpose, scattered effort into aligned progress. Modern life often pulls these forces apart, celebrating constant action while overwhelming us with information. We chase outer achievement, yet feel quietly empty. We gather knowledge, yet struggle to apply it meaningfully. The result? A subtle weariness many carry without naming, spiritually thirsty in a world full of noise. Rediscovering this ancient balance offers gentle relief. Sophia's presence reminds us to pause and listen inwardly amid the rush. Her partner encourages stepping forward with open-hearted courage. Together, they guide us toward decisions born from alignment rather than pressure, actions flowing from true seeing rather than habit. This isn't about worshiping distant figures. It's about awakening these qualities within. Your drive to grow and give? That's the active spark. Your quiet moments of deeper knowing? That's wisdom whispering. When they drift apart, life feels divided, passionate yet directionless, insightful yet immobile. When they reunite, everything aligns. Intuition speaks clearly. Choices feel intentional. The path ahead lights up naturally. Many today describe themselves as spiritual rather than religious, seeking personal experience over fixed doctrine. This ancient perspective meets them beautifully, emphasizing direct inner knowing, available to everyone regardless of background. It honors both feminine receptivity and masculine clarity as equal, essential partners. Women and men alike can embody this balance, leading, teaching, and awakening side by side. The beauty is how practical this becomes. Daily choices gain depth when insight tempers action. Relationships flourish with both compassionate outreach and attentive understanding. Even challenges transform, seen not as random obstacles, but opportunities for these inner forces to grow stronger together. If something stirs while reading this, that's the gentle recognition. Your soul remembering a harmony it once knew fully. The story was never meant to divide or confuse. It was shared to guide us back to wholeness. By welcoming both wisdom's quiet depth and love's steady light, we step into a life that feels more authentic, connected, and peacefully powerful. The cosmic journey that lives inside you at the deepest level. This ancient story is unbout distant events in some far-off spiritual realm. It is a gentle map of what happens within every human heart and mind. Long before the physical world took shape, these teachings describe a boundless space of pure awareness, overflowing with harmony and completeness. In that luminous expanse, divine qualities emerged in balanced pairs, each one reflecting and completing the other, like sunlight dancing on calm water. Sophia represented the flowing, seeking aspect of consciousness, the natural curiosity that explores possibilities, traces deeper meanings, and yearns to the source of everything. Her eternal companion embodied the steady, integrating presence, the clear awareness that holds insights together, heals division, and guides everything back to unity. Together, they kept perfect equilibrium, ensuring that exploration always found its way home and stillness always open to new discovery. Then came the subtle shift. Sophia's heartfelt desire to know the ultimate mystery directly, without the balancing presence of her partner. This movement wasn't a mistake or sin. It was the sacred impulse of awareness, wanting to reflect on itself more fully, a necessary step for deeper self-knowing to emerge. From that independent reach, a limited reflection appeared, a creator figure who shaped the material universe from a place of separation, unaware of the greater wholeness behind it all. This craftsman formed galaxies, landscapes, bodies, and the flow of time, crafting a world of incredible beauty, yet marked by longing and limitation. Human experience became a blend of wonder and searching, moments of connection mixed with feelings of isolation, flashes of insight amid everyday forgetting. Tiny sparks of the original light scattered throughout creation, resting quietly in every soul as an inner pull towards something greater. The most hopeful part? Awareness itself gently reaches in to heal the divide. That steady, loving presence descends not to punish, but to gather the wandering sparks and remind them of home. In the stories, this rescue appears as moments of sudden clarity breaking through confusion, grace touching the heart unexpectedly, awakening recognition of our deeper nature. These teachings frame the entire cosmos as a journey of consciousness, temporary separation allowing for the joy of reunion, forgetting creating space for remembering. Your questions, doubts, and quiet yearnings? They're echoes of Sophia's sacred seeking. Your moments of peace, insight, and unexplained connection? They're the gentle arrival of integrating awareness, calling everything back to balance. Early writings portray this inner drama through symbols that feel strikingly familiar today. The limited creator's declaration of soul supremacy mirrors our ego's sense of separate identity, believing, I am this body, these thoughts, this individual story is the full truth. Yet beneath that illusion lies boundless awareness, witnessing everything without being limited by any of it. Modern explorers of the mind have rediscovered pieces of this map. Psychologists speak of integrating divided aspects of the psyche, bringing conscious and unconscious together for greater wholeness. Neuroscience reveals how the brain constructs our experience of reality, showing that what feels solid and external is often a creative interpretation. These insights echo the ancient view. Ordinary perception is a kind of dream. An awakening is recognizing ourselves as the aware space holding the dream. The beauty is how immediate this becomes. Direct knowing isn't reserved for special people or distant futures. It is available in quiet moments right now. When thought pauses and simple presence remains, that's the luminous expanse touching daily life. When striving softens into natural being, that's reunion happening within. This perspective transforms how we relate to challenges. Difficulty isn't punishment. It's part of the play that invites deeper recognition. Growth isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering what's already whole. Even suffering loses its sharpest edge when we see it appearing within vast awareness, rather than defining who we are. The teachings emphasize experience over belief, practices that quiet the mind, open the heart, and invite direct insight. Contemplation, mindful presence, heartfelt inquiry all serve as gentle pathways back to the harmony that's never truly left. Women and men alike access this equally, embodying both seeking wisdom and steady clarity in their unique ways. As you reflect on this, notice any subtle shift inside, a softening, a quiet recognition, a sense of coming home. That's the living truth stirring, inviting you to trust the journey already unfolding perfectly within. Bringing this ancient wisdom into your everyday life. The gift of rediscovering Sophia and her divine partner isn't just fascinating history. It is a warm invitation to live with greater balance, depth, and inner peace right now. This fuller vision of the sacred household divides between spirit and daily reality, masculine and feminine, action and reflection. It offers practical ways to nurture wholeness amid modern life's demands, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for quiet awakening. Start with simple presence. Pause during the day to notice awareness itself, the spacious quiet holding thoughts, sensations, and emotions. This touches the boundless expanse described in ancient texts, reminding you that harmony is closer than it seems. Even a few breaths of mindful attention can soften separation and invite natural clarity. Honor intuitive knowing alongside clear thinking. When facing decisions, blend logical steps with quiet inner listening. Let insight guide action, and compassionate movement deepen understanding. This mirrors the sacred partnership, helping choices flow from alignment rather than pressure or habit. Explore sacred imagery that includes feminine depth, art, poetry, or symbols evoking nurturing wisdom and compassionate presence. Contemplating these gently opens awareness to qualities often overlooked, bringing balance to spiritual practice without rejecting familiar traditions. Connect with nature as a living expression of divine light. Time outdoors, walking mindfully, tending plants, or simply observing seasons reawakens reverence for the earth as a carrier of sacred sparks. This naturally fosters care for the environment as an act of inner harmony, not just a practical duty. Practice heartfelt inquiry. Gently ask, who is aware of this moment? Or, what is the source of this thought? These questions, drawn from ancient contemplative traditions, turn attention inward and often dissolve the sense of separation. Over time, they revealed a steady presence beneath changing experiences. Engage creativity and embodiment, dance, journaling, art, or movement that honors both intuitive flow and grounded expression. Since the body carries echoes of divine light, treating it with kindness reconnects us to wholeness suppressed in more rigid spiritual views. Build community with others exploring similar paths. Share insights, support growth, and celebrate balanced perspectives. Early gatherings thrived on this mutual encouragement, where everyone could contribute wisdom regardless of background. Notice how this approach enhances existing beliefs rather than conflicting. Many find that welcoming feminine insight deepens devotion to familiar figures, making compassion more intuitive and guidance more heartfelt. It's an expansion toward completeness, recognizing divinity expressed through both steady clarity and flowing wisdom. The result? Life feels less divided. Outer efforts align with inner truth. Relationships deepen through mutual understanding. Challenges become teachers rather than threats. Fear softens as you rest in awareness that can't be harmed. Longing eases as fullness reveals itself in ordinary moments. This ancient story ultimately points to one gentle truth. You're already whole. The seeking and finding, the reaching and returning, all dance within the vast awareness you are. Separation was part of the beautiful play allowing recognition to blossom. Now, remembering brings quiet joy. Nothing to fix, nowhere to go. Just this moment held in boundless light. As you carry this forward, trust the subtle shifts, clearer intuition, calmer presence, deeper compassion. They're signs of harmony awakening naturally. The sacred feminine and her partner never left. They've been patiently waiting within, ready to guide your steps with gentle wisdom and steady love. If this journey into Sophia's hidden wisdom has touched something deep inside you, sparked curiosity, brought peace, or simply felt like coming home, let's keep walking this path together. I'd love for you to join our growing community of kind, open-hearted seekers. Hit that subscribe button to stay connected with more gentle explorations like this. Give the video a like if it resonated with you. It helps spread this beautiful message further. Drop a comment below, sharing what stirred your heart most. Your words might inspire someone else on their journey. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a new revelation. Subscribe to our channel, The Lost Gospels of Jesus. And if this feels meaningful, please share it with friends who might appreciate the warmth and depth. Together, we're remembering a fuller, more balanced truth, and your support makes all the difference. Thank you for being here with an open heart. See you in the next one.